guys, and welcome back to my channel and to another video. Yes, you guessed it, I am back with another air fryer recipes video for you all today. So in today's video, I am sharing some more delicious recipes that you can make at home in your air fryer. They are pretty simple to make and they don't require much time either. And I'm also throwing in a Halloween inspired recipe for you all today, as Halloween is just around the corner from us. So I have the Ninja Dual Zone air fryer that comes with 2 baskets. I absolutely love this air fryer. I experiment with it every single day. I try out different recipes all the time, and once I've perfected a recipe, I share it with you guys. So I have so many other videos on air fryer recipes, so please check those out on my channel if you haven't already after you have finished watching this one. And don't forget, I will be linking all the ingredients and measurements down in the description box below, so if you want to follow along any of the recipes, just head on down there so you can have a look at how much of everything I used. And of course, if you do enjoy today's video, I would love for you to subscribe so that you do not miss any future content just like this one. And I know you're super eager to find out what today's recipes are, so let's get straight into recipe number 1. So the first recipe I'm sharing today are these really cool looking Halloween cupcakes. So I'm starting off with some melted butter, and I'm going to add some caster sugar to that. And now we just want to whisk these two together until we get a nice fluffy texture. So once it starts to look like this, we can now add in the next ingredient, which is going to be 1 egg. So just add that in and continue to whisk until everything is really nice and smooth. So it did take a few minutes before it started to come together. So it looked like this, and then I added in some flour. I also added in some vanilla extract, and then I also went in with some black food colouring because I am making these for Halloween. So I'm just going to mix everything together until this dough comes together really well. It should start to look like this. Look how cool that looks, really nice and dark. So now we are ready to pop these into the air fryer. So I'm just using my silicone cupcake mold that I got in Aldi, and then I also popped some cupcake cases in there. Then I just took an ice cream scoop and scooped in the mixture. Then I popped straight into the air fryer. So initially I put them on 160 degrees for 12 minutes, but when I came back after 12 minutes, they weren't quite done. So I did put them in for an additional 5 minutes, and after the 5 minutes they were cooked perfectly. I did double check and do the little toothpick test, and I left them aside to cool. In the meantime, I'm starting on the cream, and I'm also adding in some orange food colouring, and then I'm just going to add in some sugar to that as well. Now you just want to whisk until you get the right consistency. So once I got the right consistency that I wanted, I actually put half of this cream into a piping bag, and with the remaining half, I actually added in some more of that black food colouring that I added to the cupcakes, and this just created a really nice dark colour. And I also added this into another piping bag to decorate the cupcakes. So now is the fun part, but let me just say I am not a professional cake decorator. As you will see, my hand was very unsteady, but I did the best that I could. So I added some cream, and then I just went ahead and did the same to another 2 cupcakes. I actually did 2 different types, so 3 each because I made 6 in total. And here are the other ones. So I'm using the darker cream. I just love the colours. I think they are very Halloween inspired. And then I went ahead and just decorated them. So I actually got some cool decorations from Tesco and Asda. And for these other 3, I actually added on half an Oreo. And then I also added on these cute edible eyes. And I actually was super proud of how these turned out. They looked so cool. My kids absolutely loved them, and they actually tasted really, really nice. And I just decorated them on a platter like this. So yeah, give them a go. So the next recipe I'm sharing is this gorgeous battered cod and chips. So if you love fish and chips, but you want to make it a little bit healthier, then try making this one in your air fryer. So I'm starting with some cod fillets. I just got the frozen kind and waited for them to defrost. Then in a large bowl, I am adding some dried ingredients. So I've got some flour, cornstarch, some salt, I believe. Just remember, I'm going to link everything in the description box below. I gave them a quick whisk to combine, and then I added in an egg, and then I gradually added in some water bit by bit until I reached the consistency that I was happy with. As you can see, I am just taking my time whisking it together, and then I added a little bit more water, and I just continued the same process until I was happy with the batter. As you can see here, it looks perfect for the fish, so I stuck with this. Now just put this aside and grab yourself a bowl, and now we're going to make a little coating for the fish. So again, I'm adding some flour and I'm just seasoning a little bit. So I've started with some paprika, I'm going in with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then I also added just a little bit of crushed chilies because you know I like a little bit of spice. And then I just combine all of the ingredients together. Then you want to set out all your ingredients in a line, and I am just literally dunking that cod fillet into the batter first. So just be really careful with this, coat it really generously, and then pop it straight into the flour mixture. Again, just turn it over and make sure that you press the flour onto the fish so it's well coated, and then just lie it onto a sheet of parchment paper. And then you can set this aside as well. Now let's start on the chips. So I'm just starting with some potatoes. You just want to peel them, wash them, and cut them into chip shapes. And I just used my handy chopper again. To be honest, every time I make chips, I use this now. It's so much quicker. And then I just pop them onto parboil for 10 minutes. And now back to the fish. You want to spray it with some oil, and you want to be very generous with this oil. Once you've sprayed with the oil, you want to carefully pop your fish into an air fryer basket. And I'm just going to set this aside, and we're going to go back to the chips because they have now parboiled. So I have drained them, and now it's time to season. So as usual, I'm using the chip seasoning. This is the paprika and onion flavour, and I'm adding some spray oil. Now just toss everything together and pop these into the second air fryer basket. Now that both are loaded, we are ready to pop into cook. So I just put them both in, and I cooked on the air fry option at 190 degrees for 20 minutes. I also used the match function to make sure they cook together. And here they are, fully cooked through. It looked super delicious, and trust me, it tasted even better. I honestly would make it like this going forward. It was super delicious. Give it a try. So the next recipe I'm sharing are these loaded nachos. If you have a movie night at home, you need to try and make these. So I'm starting off with a pan with some oil, and then I'm adding in an onion and some lamb mince. You can use any mince of your choice. You want to brown this along with the onions for around 10 to 15 minutes. Once it starts to look like this, I am actually adding in half a packet of taco seasoning. Again, you can add any seasoning of your choice. I just seem to like this one a lot. Then I added in a splash of water and gave that a mix around. And then all I did was cover and simmer for around 30 minutes until it was fully done. So now I am just prepping my air fryer basket. I'm just lining with some parchment paper, and then I'm just using some plain nachos. You can use any that you like. And then I'm going to add some mozzarella cheese. I love cheese, so I am going to be quite generous. Then I added on the cooked mince mixture that we just made. And then I also added on some jalapeños because we absolutely love them. And then I finished with some more mozzarella over the top. And this is now ready to go into your air fryer. So I popped on the air fry option at 180 degrees Celsius, and I cooked for only 4 minutes. And after 4 minutes, it came out absolutely perfect. So I carefully took it out of the air fryer basket, and just look how delicious this looks. It was such a nice little snack. So give it a try and you will not regret it. So there you go guys, they were today's air fry recipes. I really hope you enjoyed them. If you do like the look of them, please give them a go at home. You will absolutely love them. They are super delicious. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video guys. If you did, please give this video a like, comment down below and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next one. Take care guys, bye!